Everyone, we are the Group 3. I am Brian Nance Cabezas.
I am Kimberly Bukaw. I am Kakanog Maria Lourdes. I am Berlaus Dracilo. I am Maria Fatima Kanang. And we are going to present the Chapter 3, Evaluating Message.
Chapter Overview. This chapter introduces you to the different modes by which messages are conveyed. More important is the ultimate goal of delineating personal judgments on the ideas presented that would engage you toward the diversity of cultures manifested. Necessarily, the goal to objectify the attack against a particular set of images or objects that create meaning is highlighted in this part. So, outcomes. At the end of this chapter, you are expected to identify individual elements, aspects that contribute to the message, analyzes the functions of such elements toward the attainment of the message, distinguish moods or motives reflected, and illustrate certain characteristics of effective message. So, evaluating message or message evaluation is the process of obtaining information that would allow, example, a company to develop the most effective communication message to a certain consumers.
So, the first lesson is a picture paints 1,000 words. In this lesson, I am going to explain about pictures. So, grand narrative has become close to extinction. Comprehension is becoming more desperate to the point that solutions are needed to understand the idea better. One such solution are pictures. So, why pictures, you may ask? Pictures give a visual aid to the audience in conveying a message. It helps them understand better compared to listening or reading. So basically, pictures give a visual representation of the idea, while regular descriptions rely on language and mental image of the audience. So for example, is a secret company wants to convey a message that smoking too much can cause harm to their audience or customer. So in this example, we can see that the picture shows a lung and a damaged lung. So for the audience, they can understand the picture by giving meaning to it, like the over smoking can cause damage to lungs. So here are the guide questions in understanding a picture. The first question is about finding the pattern of the image, or what is the distinct feature of the image. Number 2 is finding the motive related to the image. The third question is finding what object catches your eye. The fourth is finding what is different than normal in the picture. 5 is what idea or culture is proven more powerful in understanding the message. And the final question is finding the general idea of the picture.
Lesson 2, the power of non-verbal cues. Our interpersonal effectiveness depends on more than words, non-verbal messages, and to our detract from our words. In effect, we become the message with our non-verbal cues, announcing our state of mind, expectations, and sense of self. Our entire being's shattered is incessantly revealing what we really feel and think. Example of non-verbal cues in public speech. Eye contact, one of the most important non-verbal cues while delivering a public speech. To keep your audience engaged makes you believable and opens up to communication. Looking at individual members of the audience establishes an interpersonal connection with them. While maintaining eye contact is important, gestures are useful when emphasizing certain points and also your movements while delivering.
Types of nonverbal cues. So what is Kinesics. So kinesics, also known as a body language, it is a form of body movement, gesture, and facial expression to convey a message. So next is paralinguistics. So what is paralinguistic? So a paralinguistic is a type of nonverbal communication that involves vocal cues. Like for example, if ma-shock ta, di ba naman ay sound na gamay na magawa sa atong mouth? So mao na ang vocal cues.
Next is haptics. Haptics is the use of touch feedback when you interact with your device. Haptics might include taps, vibrations, and even a sensation of pressing and releasing. Example of this is a handshake or a tap on the back. Next is clothing and artifacts. Personal appearance and artifacts are types of non-verbal cues we use to adorn our bodies and surroundings to communicate meanings to others. Example is our hairstyle, clothing, jewelry, and automobiles, as well as the way you maintain your body. Next is the color. Color is a universal and powerful communication tool. The example for color is traffic light. The green light stands for go while the red light is stop. Lastly, the chronomics is the study of the time in non-verbal communication. One example of this is a teacher use of silence to wait for the response or answers of the students. Allowing wait time after a question is as gives students the opportunity to think before they answer and will therefore encourage communication in the classroom.
Lesson 3, which is speaking through promotion. Speaking through promotion means you are seeking a promotional material in order to market your products and services or even your company. So this may include looking at website, through brochure, or viewing a television or commercial. So for you to understand more what is speaking through promotion, Kagang will give some example for you to understand what is speaking through promotion. For example, if you are considering a job at a company, you can use speaking through promotion to research the company and its culture. You can look at the company's website, read reviews, and talk to current and former employees to get a better understanding of the company. Additionally, you can look at the company's social media accounts to see what kind of content they are sharing and how they interact with their customers. All of this information can help you decide if the company is the right fit for you. Lastly, the most familiar example of speaking through promotion is what we can see in the mall. If they have new food to endorse, they have a stool for free taste and the same poster we often see outside and inside the mall. That's one of the example or strategy for promoting the products. In that way, they can show us a preview of their new product. According to Jamie Lee Curtis, I believe that life is hard, that we all are going to walk through things that are hard and challenging. And yet, advertising wants us to believe that it's all easy.